Hello and welcome to Idea Thread Mapper. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to navigate between the different window panes in your thread and what's contained in each window pane. In the last tutorial, we created a thread named Batteries, which you can see at the top of the page here, for the project named Electricity. In your thread, you have three different panes. You have this top pane, which is a timeline. If you scroll down, you have a notes pane here, which shows the title of different notes that you've selected for this thread. And in the third pane over here, you have an area in which you could see the full contents of each note if you select them. Moving up to the timeline, you'll notice that the two notes that I selected in the previous tutorial show up here and are represented by these little blue squares. They are in time order as they were created. Every note in the timeline will be in order from the beginning date to the end date. And with the scroll bar on the bottom of your timeline, you can actually start to fine-tune, if you had a lot of notes in here, how very quickly and in short detail each of these notes appeared next to one another. In these window panes, you can also see more information about each note if you were to click on one of these buttons at the top. So if I select a note, or if I have just two here, it's easy to show you, I can click on Show Title, and it'll show the two different titles of the notes. I can get rid of that by clicking on Hide Title. I can also show the author of the notes. I can show both simultaneously, title and author. And then by clicking Hide, I can get rid of both of those. If two notes or one note built off of another note, you could show that relationship between the notes by clicking on Show Build On, and you would see that the later note built on the idea of an earlier note. And if one note specifically referenced another note, you could view that by clicking on Show Reference. And in this example, this later note did not specifically reference the earlier note, so there is no dotted line there. You can also go down and see more information if you click on one of the titles in the title bar. If I click on one of the titles, I see the full information about that note in this window pane. If I choose a different one, you see the one I've highlighted, the full notes appear in this pane as well. Similarly, if I were to click right on the little blue note for the note that I wanted to view, I could click on that note and the information would also show up just as if I had clicked on the title over in this window pane. Notice the note that you have selected shows up in red as it's selected. This is the end of the tutorial on how to navigate the window panes in ThreadMapper.